Hi, I'm Clark Booker from the Church at Bethel's family, and today I wanted to talk about making a difference. Now, when you talk about making a difference, we want to look at a particular person named Jim Elliot. He is an evangelistic missionary, and he went to Ecuador to minister to the people. When he went to Ecuador and ministered to the people, the whole tribe killed all his people. Of course, his wife was not with him, so his wife went back with other people, and they were able to bring a lot of those same people back to Christ. Now, Jim knew the cost of following the gospel. He knew that he could possibly lose his life, and I do want to read one thing that he said. He is no fool who gives what he cannot keep to gain what he cannot lose. When you look at the prophet Jeremiah had to be taught the same price of sharing the gospel. Not only to hostile people, but to also to people that he knew. Sometimes the most hostile people are the people that you know, not the people that do not know about Christ. So when we look at the book of Jeremiah, Jeremiah 1:17 says, "Now belt your garment around your waist and arise and speak to them all that I command you. Do not be dismayed before them, or I'll make you dismayed about them." Now, I'd like to give you a couple more translations real quick, just to give you a better clarity. The New American Standard says, "Now belt your garment around your waist and arise. Speak to them all that I command you. Do not be dismayed before them, or I will make you dismayed. Get yourself ready, stand up and say to them whatever I command you. Do not be terrified by them, or I will terrify you before them." And that is the New International Version. Now I want you to think about Jeremiah and think about Jeremiah's life. Jeremiah spent 40 years preaching to the same people. Now, in those 40 years, not one person converted. Not one person changed the way they felt about life or the way they felt about what they were doing. Also, he was called the weeping prophet because he was famous for always wailing to God and asking God to change his mind. But that wasn't in the cards. Now, he was also the prophet when Judah went into captivity, so he constantly talked to them over and over and over about changing. But like I said before, they never converted. They never said, "We see the error of our ways." The one thing that I want you to think about is in the book of Jeremiah, the focus was repentance, and it was focused on God's favor and God's faithfulness. Like Jeremiah, we ought to be faithful and refuse to worry about who listens to us, because our job is simply to do the will of him who sends us. Have you ever been rejected? When you were rejected, how did you deal with it? How did you handle it? Well, I'd like to give you a couple of thoughts on that. Declare your trust in God so you can stay strong. Then go out and take a stronger stand than yesterday. Ephesians 6:10 says, "Finally, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his might." You must learn to stand on the Lord's strength and not on your own. That is so important to the way you live your life. So when you leave here today, make sure that you go out, be strong in the Lord, and witness like you know who your boss is. Thank you, and have a godly day.